Welcome to the Warrior Ice Arena here in Brighton, Massachusetts. It's the NE10 Men's Hockey Championship between the third-seeded Skyhawks of Stonehill and the fourth-seeded Ravens of Franklin. McElhenney leaving it here. Good poke check there by Sullivan. Shot and score! From an impossible angle, it looked like Charles Page was able to turn around and find it into the back of the net.
Spots if things go his way in the later stages of this game.
Now a 2-on-1 coming here. It's Wright carrying across. Wright holds, shoots, and scores! Cameron Wright, with his 17th of the season, is able to bury it past Ian Wallace, and he gives the Skyhawks a 2-0 lead.
Matt, what happened there is
2-1. The clock will strike zeros. The gloves and sticks will fly. Purple and white will explode off of the Stonehill Skyhawk bench. They have their first NE10 title since 2016, the third in the program's history.
Coming into this year, we're ranked 6th in preseason poll, but 2 years ago when we won the tournament championship, we were ranked 7th. So I know our guys used that as motivation going forward.
It was obviously really cool to win the championship. It was a long season with a lot of hard work. We started off the year 1-7 and ended up going on a really big run, and it was obviously a big accomplishment for us as a group.
We started off pretty slow. We didn't really play the way we knew we could play. Kind of had a disappointing first half, and then came back in the second half and really played how we could play, and it was good to finish it off with a win. Rewarded all the hard work and everything we put in over the course of the year, so felt good to win the championship.
Yeah, so I had actually transferred into Stonehill that year, so it was my my first taste of Stonehill hockey, and you know, like they had said, the season started off a little rough, but I think once the turn of the year came and we had a nice little break and were able to regroup and kind of focus up as a team, it really showed that, you know, everyone was kind of on the same page moving forward, and contributed a lot to our success down the road.
But for this year, we're a completely different team, so we have even more to prove this year, and we're all really excited to go to battle with each other and have a good season. I think we have a lot of good young guys, and we should be a good team this year.
So like we've told them, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So again, they're just working hard every day, trying to stick to the process and keep getting better every day. The biggest challenge this year is, again, just kind of getting back into the rhythm of things. With COVID last year, things were completely different than they've been in the past. So even guys that are sophomores are still getting used to how things are done this year.
You know, I speak for a lot of the guys when I say it was pretty tough, both physically and mentally on everyone. Just not having a routine, not being able to go to the rink and be around the guys every day was pretty tough. But ever since this season has kind of started with our preseason training and workouts and everything, I think everyone's starting to get back into a rhythm, and it's exciting to see a lot of the guys. You know, they're in high spirits, obviously, just because we're getting back to a little bit of normalcy. So things are good.
I think the biggest thing is having like the freshmen coming in, obviously haven't played a college season yet, and the sophomores this year haven't played even a college game yet. So we kind of have two classes. Every underclassman is inexperienced and haven't really played yet, so we have a bunch of guys that are hungry to prove themselves. And then also us, the upperclassmen, missing a season last year. I think everyone's hungry to get back to playing hockey and just being successful.
Yeah, that is a challenge with the COVID. Essentially we have juniors that some of them have played a lot of hockey, but some of them haven't. And the same thing with the sophomores. They essentially just played one game last year. But everybody's in the same boat with that, other than some teams do have a lot of fifth-year players, which we don't. But, it's a good mix of players, like you said, and, the older guys are helping out the younger guys. And it's just, trying to learn our systems, trying to stick with the process and not cheating anything. The new facility is great. The biggest advantage is the locker room. Our guys have a lot of space in it. We've got skate sharpening equipment inside the locker room. It's just, it feels more like home. It's comfortable to be there. Guys are getting used to the rink, and like I said, we're excited. We used it last year on a limited basis, but this year, so far it's been awesome. It's just a great, advantage to have for our program.
It's nice. We have a new locker room, which is nice. Good place to stay. It's better than the old one we had, so it's a good upgrade. It's been going well.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different atmosphere than what we were used to the previous 3 years, but we have a new locker room that our coach built for us, and we feel really comfortable there. It's a good space for us, and you know, we're excited to play in it and get some wins in there.
You know, we start off with Curry tournament, we're playing Curry in the first game and TBA for the second game, but you know, whoever we're going to play in that second game is going to be a strong opponent. So those 2 non-league games should get us ready for the following weekend when we start up league play. But you know, whatever we've done 2 years ago, last year, whatever is irrelevant. It's like, you know, we have to prepare ourselves every day this year to try to, you know, keep improving on our process. And again, it's, you know, the result, you always want the result. You always want to win games. But the biggest thing we keep emphasizing in the preseason here is just sticking with the process. And if you stick with the process, most of the times it's going to help you win the games.
Yeah, I think our coach says it best. It's just really just trusting the process. You know, these first couple of games and scrimmages that we had, like obviously they weren't perfect. There's always things that we can work on as a team to get better. So just buying into the system, buying into the team goals, and making sure that everyone's pulling their own weight is really the only thing we can focus on.
This past weekend we had 2 scrimmages, and you can kind of definitely tell the difference between not playing for about a year and a half. It took us a little bit to get going, and you know, we were kind of still fixing some kinks and whatnot. But looking ahead to the start of the season, we saw a lot of positives, and I think we'll be able to take that into our first game and have a good year.